Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Marguerite here, and I'm back again today with yet another toy review video for you guys. And today's video is going to be a little bit different. Instead of doing my usual toy reviews today, or at least the standard stuff I do for toy reviews, today we're going to be doing another electronic-based product. This, guys, is the HexBug Dragon. Yes, from the HexBug lineup of radio-controlled lifelike creatures series of products, and the dragon is probably one of the coolest ones. So as you guys can see, I've already unboxed him, I've already tested him, and let me tell you guys, he is really cool. So right on the box, as you can see, we have HexBug Dragon. Right there we have the rechargeable battery, because yes, he is rechargeable, which is great. And right at the forefront here, we can see the awesome HexBug Dragon, which again is one of my favorite HexBug products right now. Right next to the Scorpion, actually. And then we get the remote in the back, which there's some cool stuff you can do with this remote, but let's move on to the back here. So on the back, we do have HexBug Dragon again, with the adjustable wings, floppy feet, and flexible tail. And then there we have your controls, your roar button, / flame button. Now I should note that obviously this dragon does not actually breathe fire. It's actually an LED that looks like it's breathing fire. So just in case if you're wondering, oh, does this toy breathe fire? No, it doesn't, obviously, because then that would be an obvious safety hazard. We have the forward and backwards buttons, left to right, so basically standard RC car controls, and then you also have your channels. So there's 4 channels on there, so that way you can run 4 HexBug Dragons at the same time. Then you have your legs to rotate to propel dragon. We'll talk about that more in a second. And again, for HexBug, that's a very unique gimmick for these. Warrior Kingdom with a thunderous roar, it says. Dragon makes different roars. Okay. Eyes and jaw glow with inner fire. So we'll talk about that more in a second. We again have the USB charge, which says 1 hour of charge time and 15 minutes of playtime. For an RC vehicle like this, or animal in this case, that's actually pretty standard. Then at the bottom we have HexBug Dragon, all your stuff there, made in China, all that good stuff. And then we have our 3 different colors, which is green, red, and black. Obviously I got the red version. And then we also have the batteries, which thankfully are included. HexBug, thank you. I wish more of your products actually included batteries in them, especially nowadays. But anyhow, guys, we're just going to quickly get this guy out of his box, so it's easy as that. Well, not actually. There's actually a couple little twisty bits at the bottom that you got to get out before he actually is able to be removed. And inside you get your dragon, you get a USB cable, which I'm not going to bother to show. We have the controller right there, a tiny little bean of a controller. Nice and red colored with clear in the front, so that way you guys can actually see all the cool electronics on the inside. And then we have Dragon right there on the lower right with the HexBug logo. Also inside you get an instruction booklet, which I do have off screen, which tells you about your controls, USB stuff, troubleshooting, all that good stuff that you need to know about your Dragon right there. There's your instruction book. Cool stuff. Without further ado, let's actually take a look at the dragon itself. Now, I should note that the wings, as described, are indeed posable. So that is really nice. And everything on this dragon pretty much is rubber. So this is rubber, 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 and that's rubber. So as you can see, the tail is fully posable on this dragon. So he can swing his tail and batch it with it. He has his legs, which of course is how he moves. We have his head right there, which is very nicely detailed. These do light up the eyes. And then we have the wings again on the back. At the bottom, you do have you can actually see the rechargeable little battery in there. You can actually see all the cool gearing that makes this dragon work. So that's pretty cool. So without further ado, let's power him on. And I'll be quiet real quick because he actually has a sound effect for when he turns on. As you guys can hear, he does screech when he gets turned on. And you don't have to worry about moving the controller. The controller has an automatic power system in it, so you don't have to worry about flipping a switch for that. So how this guy controls is pretty simple. You have your left or right for turning him, which as you guys can see, when I press left or right, he does turn. Okay, for some reason he's not turning now. There he goes. So he does turn, and then you have the forward and backwards, which I'll show you guys that in a second. And then we have his roar button, which I believe he has 4 different roars, so I'm going to play all of them real quick here. So we'll start off with the first one. Alright, that was pretty alright. Number 2. A little better. Number 3. That's a bit better. Let's see what number 4 is like. Oh yeah, those are some good screeches. I like that. Now time for the movement gimmick, which is going to be a little tricky to show. So I'm actually going to turn the camera a little bit. Yeah, there's my switch in the background. So flexing the switch there. And my computer's off screen because I'm going to need that for editing. But anyway, so you guys can see, when you hit forward and backwards, he moves around. And then you move him left and right, he will turn. And yes, he does also roar when you press the button for his movement. Now you guys will notice something really quick here when the dragon's moving, is that he's very slow on turning. That's because of the way he moves with the rubber feet. He has to have a really wide radius of movement to actually, turn. So that is a little problem with this thing. That, and of course, as I said, this thing only goes for 15 minutes, moving around, doing its thing. So, but all in all, I mean, pretty solid. Something else I should also mention is that the 2 little button cell batteries can also be an issue, just because, of course, obviously COVID and stuff like that is making things a lot harder to actually buy these batteries. So just be aware of that there are the batteries that you have to replace those over a period of time. And something else I should probably mention is that this guy is basically going to be a dust magnet because of the rubber. The rubber that he has here is somewhat sticky. If you guys know those splat toys or whatever it's called, whatever they're called, where you splat them on the wall and then they crawl down the wall sort of thing, that's kind of what this is made of. So definitely expect to be cleaning this guy a lot because these legs are going to get dirty as muffins. So just letting you guys know off the bat, if you're going to get the dragon, just be warned, the feet attract dust like absolutely nothing else. So just be aware of that. That you're going to be cleaning this guy's feet off a lot. But anyhow, that is my review on the HexBug dragon. I know this is a fairly short review, but there's not really much else to talk about with this guy. And definitely expect more RC reviews in the future for these. I know I don't do them fairly often, but, I like to change it up now and then. Plus, I just saw this guy, and he was on sale, I think, at my local Target, where I got him. Or Target, however you want to spell it, however you want to pronounce it. I pronounce it Target just because it sounds a little less silly to me. But, anyhow... So, and before I forget, this guy was actually the last HexBug dragon in stock when I got him. So, good thing I got him when I did, because I was actually thinking about passing on this guy, but then I was like, I'll give it a go. And I'm glad I did, because he's actually a pretty cool thing. So, glad I have him. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this review of the HexBug Dragon, RC robotic creature. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and ring the notification bell so that way you guys get notified for all my uploads. I will see you guys later, guys. This has been me, Larry Squad, and have a good one. Almost forgot my outro. I am actually losing my mind. But anyways, Larry Squad, and have a good one.